5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll VT.
Hello and welcome to our Up the Archer football special as we preview Cardiff Met versus Cambrian and Clydach Vale in the Nathaniel MG Cup final.
Hello and welcome to this week's Up the Archer. I'm Kay Davis.
And I'm Mika Moore, and we've got so much coming up today, haven't we, Kay?
We certainly have. We've got a jam-packed show full of rugby and ice hockey.
Yes, hello and welcome to our Christmas special of Up the Archer. This afternoon with you, you've got two of Santa's little helpers. I'm Tom.
And I'm Had.
Welcome to the second episode of Up the Archer. With me, Mika Moore.
And me, Gavin Donald. Mika, how excited are you to be on the second episode of
I think I'm a little bit too excited, Gav. I'm really, really excited. I think my cheeks are going to split.
I think you're going to be fine, don't worry.
Hello and welcome to another live edition of Up the Archer with me, Alexander Richards, and him,
Gavin Donald, once again gracing your television screens. I'm sure you're very bored of me right now.
Bored you, Gav.
We're now going to head over to Nyack, where our reporters Jack Jones and Ross Clark are waiting for us to give us a roundup of the rest of the Bucks news.
Well, first off, the men's rugby played last night. Cardiff Met travelled to Hartpury for a top-of-the-table clash. The score finished with Cardiff Met losing, sadly, with 42-29.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but Cardiff Met women did very well yesterday in the rugby. They had a very convincing victory against Bristol. They won 50 points to 12. And also, talking about women's rugby, did you see the Six Nations, Wales v Italy, on the weekend?
Yeah, Wales was so unfortunate not to win. The game finished 3-3, but our very own Cardiff Met student, Jasmine Joyce, scored one of the best individual tries you could ever wish not to see, as the try was not awarded for a forward pass.
But first, before we get on with the show, we'd like to take this moment to speak about Salah. The Cardiff City record signings aircraft went missing over 24 hours ago, and our man Ross Clark was on the scene at Cardiff City Stadium to get some updates.
So what we know about Emiliano Salah is that he was on a plane from Nantes to Cardiff on Monday evening when it went missing in the English Channel. A search and rescue operation was carried out yesterday with 2 planes, 2 helicopters and 2 lifeboats.
And then Aaron Wainwright, he makes his first Six Nations start at blindside flanker.
And Aaron Wainwright starting, Greg. Like, what a rise he's had, hey?
Yeah, so it's been absolutely amazing, really, his rise. You know, he's only been playing rugby for 3 or 4 years, played really well for Cardiff Met, got picked up by the Dragons, and now he's playing for Wales. So it's just unbelievable, really, and let's hope that he continues his rise by putting in a good performance on the weekend.
But also, what do you think Gatland will make after the slow start in the first half of last week's game? We can't afford to make that loss again, can we?
No, I don't think we can afford another first half like we had against France, to be honest. I think if we do that again in the Six Nations, then we're going to come out at the wrong end of it. I think we got a bit lucky against France, to be honest. Even Italy away, they're a tough side to beat in Rome. They're going to be well up for it, and they scored a few tries late on against Scotland as well, so they've shown that they're capable of it. So we've got to be 100% focused with 10 changes. The first half might be a bit scrappy, and we've just got to make sure that I'd be happy with a few points lead and then try and pull away second half.
Nanont here stepping up. Can she punish Powell? She steps up and slots it for a 1-0. Beautiful penalty.
Oh, and that was probably the best shot from Bath all day. That was absolutely beautiful.
Corner, anything can happen. And Boyle's whipping it in. Drills it in! Oh, what a header! Captain Swinglehurst with a bullet of a header! And he absolutely loves it! And we absolutely love it! How have Cardiff Met done this? 2-1!
Okay. Right now? Yeah, sorry. Susie Drain, senior lecturer and first team netball coach. I first started playing netball at primary school, and to be honest, it was mainly because I loved running around, had bundles of energy, didn't want to do my homework, and my friends all went, so it was quite a nice way of not doing all the English and maths homework that I had to do and putting it off, a little bit procrastinating, I suppose, and having a lot of fun with my friends. And it was outside, so I only played inside when I came to Cardiff Met, or UWIC as it was then. So yeah, I love getting out in the fresh air and probably running around like a maniac. That's a really good question, because actually I only started playing netball properly when I went to secondary school, and I used to do swimming, judo, and I loved gymnastics and tennis. And then moved across from North Wales to England, and found myself a netball club with the help of my PE teacher. She was the coach at the local netball club and just said to me, why don't you come along, and kind of, from there is history, really.
Real tough. Another person who loves us another sport is our resident Albanian Jamie Carragher, Lewis Hadge, and he had his views on how Cardiff Met beat Cardiff City in the semi-final of the League Cup this Sunday. Let's have a look what he had to say.
What an unbelievable season the Cardiff Met women's have had. Unbeaten in Bucks, unbeaten in the league, and they've reached the cup final. And this is why. Every good team needs a solid spine, and they've got that with Estelle Randall. Here we go, just pause it here. Any goalkeeper that has it, under pressure, might go long, or they might even be able to go to the fullback here. But Estelle Randall, she's calm, cool and collective. She receives the ball and passes it to Jess Westhoff, who again, calm, cool, collective, and they're out. And Westhoff is a major factor of why they've been so successful. We play here, look, free kick Cardiff City, they play it short. What do you see straight away? Jess commanding the back line.
It's going to be a really interesting tactical battle between the two sides on the weekend. So this is how I think Cardiff Met are going to line up, like they've done the last few games. They're going to go 3 at the back, 4 in midfield, 2 attacking midfielders, and then Adam Roscoe up front. And the really important areas of the pitch for both sides are going to be these wide areas here. So Cardiff Met, they're going to look to get the ball into the fullbacks, into McCarthy, into Rees, and they're going to just try and exploit the spaces out here and get the ball into the box.
Well, Cumbrian, as they have played in the whole cup competition really, are going to play this midfield diamond. Very narrow, very compact, but as Greg has pointed out, that will create space for Cardiff Met to get in behind in the wide areas and have space in the wide areas. Key player for Cumbrian, number 6 Thomas, only 21, but a very good player in the midfield, protecting that back 4. It's vital, especially the compactness. And it'll be an interesting battle between him and Will Evans.
But first, we're heading down to the Fortress for some women's football highlights.
Cardiff Met have really hounded them, and again Ealing wins the ball. Nanont missing the ball there. The shot back comes in. The shot back! What a goal! Shot back with a fantastic left foot drive into the corner after fantastic work from Nanont. Cardiff Met 2, Portsmouth 0.
Oh, that's a great hit! Oh, Steph Jones bobbled it! Here he goes! It's Luke North behind the post! He scored! Cardiff Met have scored! It's unbelievable here at King Floyd Campus! They've secured the win in the last minute! It's Cardiff Met 30, Leeds Beckett 21.
We caught up with Paralympian and Cardiff Met student athlete Basra Un.
I'm Bushra Un, I'm from Turkey and I'm 24 years old and studying at Cardiff Met and also practicing wheelchair tennis. I became the first female Turkish tennis player to compete at the Paralympic Games in 2016 at the Rio Paralympic Games. So basically I'm in a chair and you guys wonder why I'm in the chair. I was born with cancer and the tumour was in my spinal cord, so just affected my nerves and cut them nearly all of them. So I can't feel from my waist down. That is okay.
Wow, what an inspirational story, and to have somebody like that on campus is just fantastic,
Oh,
isn't
very
it?
inspirational. Athletes like Basra on Cardiff Met campus, they make in the world difference, don't they? And also, I've got to say credit to James, actually. He's directing today, but he was the one that produced that routine. It's fantastic. I think it just goes to show what sport can really do and really mean to people as well. Great.
Yeah, and it shows that Buzzer's a real fighter, but from one fighter to another, we have a man who set up a brand new boxing club here at Cardiff Met. Put your hands together for Daniel Walsh.
And we are so lucky today that we have been joined by 2 Cardiff Met stars, goalkeeper Alex Lang and Rydia Morgan.
We are now joined by our first 2 guests, Welsh internationals, Fionn Lewis and Gwen Crabbe. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody. predicting a few wins?
Oh, definitely. I've got Bailey, Alana, and Tom, and they've all been training so hard. Like I can't put anything wrong. Well, they've been. I literally think they're going to smash it. I've been taking on the pads on sparring. They're going to smash it.
Last season was the first season we've ever had an outdoor team. Luckily, with the influx of girls that we've had, we managed to get a full 11-a-side squad to go out. And in our first ever outdoor season, we won the league. So we're up, and now in this season we're going to be playing the highest level of women's university cricket. So.